good morning, everybody. I just thought, you know what? Here's the thing. We have so many people in our oily group now. So many new people. And it occurred to me, oh my word, some of y'all don't even know me. Some of you guys are like, who's Jen Ware? And so I thought, you know what? You need to hear my story. You need to hear the story of my son, my daughter, and my husband. We got 3 people in here. Today I'm going to tell you just about my husband and my son. Real quick, I promise I won't keep you long. And then I have a challenge for you at the end. Here's the thing. So if you don't know me, obviously Facebook is telling you it's Jen Ware. My husband and I we're oily. We've been using essential oils for 7.5 years, going on actually 8 years now. And we got into it because of our son. But let me back up the bus here for a second, because I feel like our son's story. So when I first started teaching classes 4 years ago, I would tell the story about the cancer that he had. And it didn't resonate with a lot of people at the time. They're like, wow, cancer, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of extreme. But here's why I'm on here telling the story. And I will be telling the story on my personal page, on here. You guys know better because you were already into either oils or natural health or something got you into Young Living. 117 million people in our nation. Guys, if you are not from America, if you're on here and you're international, feel bad for us, right? But if you are living in the United States, 117 million people in our country are sick with at least one chronic disease. Now, that's anything from back pain all the way up to cancer. And it can be anything in between: autoimmune issues, diabetes type 1 and 2, all the things, asthma, ADD, ADHD, you name it, it's listed in the chronic diseases. And so it's kind of renewed my idea of you have to hear the story. Because statistically speaking, now hear this, 1 in 4 people have at least 2 or more, right? 2 or more chronic diseases. That means in this group, there's 600 of you, roughly, right? And I'm like, here's me. Oh gosh, I always do math and then I embarrass myself. But let's just, honey, help me out with this math. 25%, you know, that'd be 50%. So 25% of you would be 150 people in We're Oily who have 2 or more chronic diseases, even though you use the things. But I don't think you've been told how to use the things. And I don't think you understand why. So that's why I'm here. I'm like, okay, I'm going to tell you the story, and then we're going to have a conversation, and then we're going to have a challenge, and we're all going to get, this group is going to be walking in perfect health. That's my goal. This is my unending, never stopping, not going to stop talking about it. Why? Okay? Okay, good. So remember that. So my son was 9. 7.5 years ago, he was diagnosed with malignant melanoma. He was 9. I'll remind you, 9. Did you hear me? He was 9. So he had a disease that only invades people who are older, at least high school, or much older, who have been in the sun, who've never used sunscreen, right? The list goes on. My son was 9, pale white. There is no one whiter than my son on this planet, I promise you. Well, okay, maybe there's some albino folks, but my son is Wonder Bread white, inside and out, my friends. He was slathered with sunscreen on account of he was white. And my husband's family had a history of melanoma, so I thought, well, you know, do the right thing, slather them with sunscreen. That boy got cancer, malignant melanoma, a big tumor on his neck. I'm not going to fill you with all the details of that, but the short of the long is we sat across the doctors, rare cancer specialists. They had been to school for a long freaking time, right? I said, I know you're talking chemo. I know you're talking interferon. But can we talk about nutrition? And those fools looked at me and he's like, well, I don't know. Fruits and veggies can't hurt. And that's when I wanted to grab my purse and get out and go, you people know nothing about cancer. Now, if you are in here and you've had cancer, please don't get your hackles all riled up. If you sit and you think for just a minute, you'll say with me, they only know how to kill the cancer in every other cell in my body. That's the truth. They read a book, they took a lot of tests, they only know that. So I mean no disrespect on people who have had cancer. I mean no disrespect. But the thing is we don't ask enough questions. And when they give us stupid answers, because doctors do, we don't say, that's a really dumb answer. Could we talk about that? Because we're like, ooh, they have an alphabet after their name and they're wearing a white coat and I should know. But in typical Genwear fashion, I'm like, oh, I'm going to take this into my own hands and I'm going to heal my kid without your help. Mercifully, my son had stage 2B cancer. What you need to know if you've never been in the cancer world, first of all, thank God right now. Thank you, Jesus. But the second thing you need to do is understand that at least in the state of Texas, and I'm pretty sure it's international, if your child under 18 has stage 3 or greater, you are bound by law to do chemotherapy or whatever the doctor tells you. Anywho, he had stage 2B. Tell me there's not a God in heaven who graced this girl out, because there's no way. The doctors were saying, your next year's going to be hell. He's going to be sick. It's going to be rough. Like terrible, terrible, painting a terrible picture. So when it was stage 2B, they were like, well, okay, we can do the wait and see program. But any lump, bump, whatever suspicion, we're taking it out. Okay, fine. So we took our kid, and I literally Googled how to cure melanoma through food. Guess what the first thing I came up with was, guys? The first thing that came up was the peel of a lemon staves off skin cancer. Guess where our lemon oil comes from? Like the $100,000 points goes to the first person who says it. The peel of the lemon. Oh, I was giving him that like it was my job. And so on and on. So within 48 hours, I found oodles of research on essential oils, herbs, tinctures. Yes, you win the prize. Here's your imaginary prize, Nicole, but yes, you win it, girl. It's the peel of the lemon is where our lemon comes from. But I found so many documented cases of drinking carrot juice and apple juice that would stave off skin cancer, that would stave off all kinds of cancers, that if you raise the alkalinity in your body, that can be done away with. Because disease cannot thrive in an alkaline state. The problem with our culture is we're so acidic. We're so acidic. We eat, all the meat, all the dairy, all the sugar, and we have all the toxins in our home, and we put all the toxins in our body because, heaven forbid, we can't go without that one lipstick shade, which is putting lead in our lips, which we're ingesting it, no, right? Or we want our home to smell clean, or we don't want to do the extra elbow grease it takes to do all the things. So our bodies are acidic. So no wonder 150 of you have some sort of chronic disease times 2. Okay, so that's my son. Let me tell you the picture they painted, and let me tell you what happened. They painted a very grim picture. They said, we want your son to live. We want to make it possible for him to live to 90. I'm like, yes, Lord, please. But they said, by the time he's 18, he's going to look like Swiss cheese. Within 12 to 18 months, that cancer will be back. Cancel, delete, right? Like, just cancel all that nonsense. So I'm like, watch me work, watch me pray, and watch this happen. That cancer has never come back. Now, some of you might, if you're still skeptical, that's luck, they were wrong. Okay, or not, because we radically changed his diet. We took out sugar. Hear me, we didn't become plant-based till 2-3 years later. No, it must have been 2 years later. So plants had nothing to do with that time. We were still eating meat. We were still doing that. We stopped using the microwave. We stopped doing, if you have a microwave in your home, you're having fun wrong. I'm just going to straight up tell you right now. You're having fun wrong. So we stopped doing the sugar, stopped doing the microwave, and then we stopped cleaning with crap. We stopped putting sunscreen on him, which is what the doctors told us to do. You should make sure you have sunscreen. And here's where the trigger came in. I'm like, hold up. I did put sunscreen on my kid and he got the cancer. You people don't know what the hell you're talking about, is all I'm saying. And so I was done. And so when the cancer did not return in a year, they would say, oh, wow, I'm so surprised it's not back. I'm like, I know you are, because your job is keeping people sick. When it didn't come back in 2 years, wow, what are you doing? Essential oils and eating real foods. Dismissive. When it didn't come back in 5 years, I'm like, and we're out. We will never see you again. Thank you for your time. My son has now been cancer-free for 7.5 years, guys. He is 16 and a half. He's driving a car. He's in perfect health. Perfect health. Anytime he had a lump or bump, get this. So he's had 2 other surgeries, just lymph node surgeries. And the lymph nodes that swelled, I can't even. The first one under his armpit, they were like, oh, that's kind of close to where the cancer was. It's probably cancer. You know what it was? It was drainage from the first surgery. You know what can help that? A good old hot compress and some frankincense. I just can't. So that's his story. My husband, this is the story I want to tell you about my husband. I'm sure he doesn't mind. My husband was on antidepressants forever. I called him one day when our third kid was a baby, and I'm like, I think you are bipolar. And he's like, thank you for saying, because I feel like I'm going insane. So he got on the crazy meds, and he took them forever. Took them forever. And here's the thing, guys, and per commercial speech, I probably can't get into all the ins and outs of it, but let's just say I was doing a series on the ancient oils of Scripture, and I was diffusing it. Cistus, right? Cistus, Rose of Sharon, synonymous, right? And he was like, what are you diffusing? I said, I don't know. It's this oil, whatever. I'm still kind of new to oils, but still teaching, right? And he said, well, what does it do? And so I looked at my little app, and we're looking. It was, helps all the good feelings come out. He goes, I feel so peaceful. I feel so happy. I just, whatever. Like, he just couldn't get enough of it. He'd be like this, like, that SNL skit, right? He'd be like this, like sniffing it all the time. And it would bring him such joy and such peace. My husband doesn't take that medication anymore. My husband did not have to wean himself off. He did not go through those withdrawals. My husband is walking in complete perfect health, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So, here's where I have a challenge for you guys. The cancer that my son had is hereditary. They told us, yeah, your other kids are 50% more likely to get it. How many of you have been told, oh, you have breast cancer in your family? Stop that. Stop speaking that over me. Not me, the universal me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's hereditary. There is severe depression in my husband's family. Severe, crippling depression. We have a nation of crippled, depressed people. Does that make sense? I don't even know. We have a nation of kids, children who are depressed, who are committing suicide. Guys, this is not the norm. It's common. It's not normal. Here's my challenge to you guys. We were helping to manifest diseases and problems that were hereditary. Are you? I know some of you are going to get your feathers all ruffled, and that's okay. That's actually my job. I realize I should have a job title. Jen Weir, feather ruffler. That's what I do. But I speak truth, my friends, because I have walked it. I have seen it. We're on the other side, and I've watched you. You guys know, if you don't know me, that was the other thing I probably should have said. I cut hair for 100 years before I started doing oils. So I know humans like they don't even know themselves. But I've watched this. So let me ask you again. Are you helping to manifest diseases? Or are you helping to beat it back? Chances are, if you have something, you're not helping to beat it back. We don't ask enough questions in our culture. You don't ask, could I possibly be well? Could I possibly not be overweight with ease? Guys, I'm about to do a live on my personal page in a couple days, all about the keto diet, the paleo. Just please, can we stop the diets and can we fix this? Because people are overweight because of this, not because of what they put in their mouth. They put stuff in their mouth because of this. That is the truth. There is no diet on this planet that is going to help you lose weight until you fix this. I know this for a fact. It's all emotional. Here's my challenge to you guys. You ready? I've told you our story, just a snippet. And guys, if you ever want to sit with me and have coffee, tea, a beverage of any kind, because I'm a beverage girl, I would love to pour in and tell you all the things. All the things that I cannot say here. But here's my challenge to you guys. Comment below. Tell me your story. Tell us your story. Why are you in Young Living? What got you in here? What's better because of it? Listen, if it's non-compliant, we'll just read it and then just, okay, delete. We'll just delete that. But just tell us the truth. Tell us why. Tell us what's better. And here's the thing. The next challenge is, who do you know that needs a change? Do you know 10 people? I know you do. Most humans know, 3,000 people, whether they're acquaintances, good friends, family, whatever. Just, the 6 degrees of you. Tell me 10 people who need a change, or just say, yeah, I know 10. And then on Monday morning, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send one of you guys a box of these little Thieves packets. Why? Because the other thing that we did is we got rid of all the toxic cleaners. You guys, how cute are these? They're like little. And you are going to keep one for yourself if you do not use these, and you're going to give 9 of them away. Or just be super generous and give all 10 away. When we looked at household cleaner nonsense, laundry soap, lotions, all the things. Guys, if you don't have the Think Dirty app, download it. Check out your products. If it's more than a 3, get rid of it. Throw that crap in the trash. And know better, do better. But the Thieves household cleaner, you can do everything with it. The laundry soap. Guys, people come to us now and say, hey, what can we do? I've had people text me, I got this cancer, what should I do? I'm like, get rid of your laundry soap, your toothpaste, and your cleaner. Oh, and then use all the oils and drink all the Nixia. And then forgive your dad and forgive your mom. Forgiveness is the biggest thing with cancer healing. That's alive for another day. But if you get rid of the toxins in your home, I'm not going to guarantee, because one of y'all is going to be like, I did. And then I have to come to your house and have you prove it to me and be like, really? Did you really? But I'm pretty sure if you are one of the 117 million people that struggles with a chronic disease, that chronic something will likely get better. I know people who clean houses for a living that when they use Thieves Cleaner, they're not exhausted at the end of the day. Or if they use Thieves Cleaner in that house, they're not exhausted after that house. But when they go to other houses and they have to use the Fabuloso or the bleach or the soft scrub or the whatever, they're beat down. Their immune systems are shot. So I'll repeat the challenge and then I'll type it in the thing. Tell me your story. Why are you here? Why do you use oils? Why do you use Thieves? Why do you use Ningxia? Why did you hop into Young Living? Whatever it is that you hopped in, tell me your story. And then say, yeah, I got these 10 people. Or list them. Just first name. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Or not. Doesn't matter. Tell me, yeah, I got 10 people. I'm going to need to have some of those. I need to send those out. And then on Monday morning, we will, at random, I promise you, we're not going to pick our favorites. At random, we'll pick one of you guys and we'll send you a box of this. Guys, here's the thing. I will tell this story. It will be written on my tombstone. This is my story. Stop creating disease in your own home when it depends on you. If you are helping it to manifest in your home, stop. It's simple. It's not easy, I know, but it's simple. And you can start here. All right, guys, have a great Saturday.